over, as he announced in a press conference on Saturday because of his reoccurring arm problems. However, his presence still there behind Jim Deshaies signing autographs on Sunday. The Astros hosting the Cincinnati Reds. In the bottom of the first, it's Luis Gonzalez with his single to left field. This would score Craig Biggio, and Houston takes a 1-0 lead on Gonzalez's 38th RBI. They add another run in the first to make it 2-0. Then in the bottom of the third, Ken Caminiti would bounce this base hit over the head of Chris Sabo at third base. On the play, Jeff Bagwell would take third, and Glenn Bragg's throw from left field would get away. So Bagwell comes in to score. Caminiti winds up at second base to make it 3-0. He'd later score in the inning to make it 4-0. In the top of the fifth, Glenn Braggs would get the Reds on the board as he would double down the right field line, and this would score Hal Morris and put the Reds on the board. They trail 4-1. However, Braggs would try for third base, and he would be gunned down on the relay at third. In the bottom of the fifth, Houston would score two more times. Here it's Rafael Ramirez, who went 3 for 4 in the game with this double to the right center field gap. This would score Bagwell and give Houston a 5-1 lead. They add another run and lead Lou Pinella's club 6-1. The Reds come back in the sixth to score a run to make it 6-2. Then in the top of the seventh, it's Glenn Braggs hitting his 8th home run. This is a solo blast off Mark Portugal, and that makes it 6-3 in favor of Houston. But Art Howe and the Houston Astros would win for the 5th time in their last 6 games. In the top of the 7th, Ken Caminiti robbing Joe Oliver of a base hit, and Houston wins by the final of 7-3. Mark Portugal is the winner. He's now 8-4, while Tom Browning, the loser, falls to 10-5.
Giants host the San Diego Padres on Sunday afternoon. Top of the third, Burkett strikes out Tony Fernandez. It's Burkett's 5th strikeout through 3 innings. Bottom of the third inning now, Mike Felder would get San Francisco on the scoreboard with a base hit to center field by the diving Paul Ferries. In comes Steve Decker, and it's 1-0 San Francisco. They add to that lead in the bottom half of the 6th inning with Will Clark at the plate. He takes Dennis Rasmussen deep to right field. A dinger for Will Clark, number 15 this season. RBI number 59, and the Giants lead 2-0. We'll take another look at the beautiful swing by Will Clark as he admires his home run that gave the Giants a 2-run lead over the San Diego Padres, making some of the Giant fans very pleased. But still in the bottom of the 6th inning, Scott Coolbaugh would not be pleased as he takes Darnell Cole's bad hop ground ball to the face. As he goes down, Tony Fernandez picked up the ball, but Kevin Mitchell dived back safely to third base. He'd score on a sacrifice fly to make it 3-0. But Coolbaugh took the brunt of this play, taking the ground ball to the face. Top of the 9th inning now, bases full. Burkett gets pinch hitter Tim Tuffle to hit a check swing ground ball to first to end the game. He threw a 5-hit, 9-strikeout complete game shutout as the Giants win 3-0. Burkett's 5-5. Dennis Rasmussen drops to 3-4. Park, John Shelby of the Tigers with a little reminder below his left eye of yesterday's brawl. A bases loaded walk and an infield base hit in the 4th made it 2-0 Tigers, and then Skeeter Barnes hits a 3-run homer to left field off of Tom Bolton. His 3rd home run of the year. He picks up Shelby and Milt Kyler, RBI 8, 9, and 10. And Detroit's up 5-0, and that's all Joe Morgan needed to see of Tom Bolton. Bottom of the 5th inning, Travis Fryman jogs over to the dugout with a tiny bird in his hand, hands it over to the Tigers trainer, who puts it at the end of the dugout. Still in the 5th, Wade Boggs at the plate for the Red Sox, and he'll double off the wall off of Bill Gullickson. Tony Pena will come in to score the Red Sox first run of the ball game. RBI 33 for Boggs. The Tigers lead 5-4. 5-2 on a sacrifice fly. 2 outs still in the 5th. Mo Vaughn with a ground ball. The Cecil fielder makes a nice play on. Tosses to first base. Bill Gullickson and Mo Vaughn dive for the bag. The ball pops loose. Boggs comes in to score the 3rd Red Sox run. 5-3 Detroit. A great hustling effort by Vaughn as we take another look at the play. Move now to the top of the 7th inning. Rob Deere would give the Tigers a 4-run cushion, a 2-run homer to left field over the screen, over everything. That came off of Greg Harris. It's his 17th home run of the year. RBI 43 and 44, 7-3 Tigers. With the score 7-4 in the 7th, Mo Vaughn gets a base hit to right field. Jody Reed came in to score off camera. RBI 13 for Vaughn. Carlos Quintana over to third base. He'd score on a fielder's choice. 7-6 Detroit after 7. Bottom of the ninth inning now, 2 outs. Wade Boggs on third base for the Red Sox. John Cerruti pitching to Mo Vaughn. Vaughn strikes out this time, and the Tigers win 7-6. Gullickson, the winner, he's 11-4. Bolton, the loser, he's 7-6. John Cerruti, his first save.
But after an hour rain delay, the Yankees and the Orioles got things started. The Yankees come in red hot as they have won 7 of 8 games, and they are looking to go over the 500 mark for the first time since April 10th when they were just 1-1. Here in the top of the third inning, though, it would be Mike Devereaux getting a 2-run home run to dead center field. Home run number 10 for Devereaux, RBIs number 25 and 26 as Billy Ripken scores, and the Orioles jump out on top by a score of 2-0. Then still in the top of the third inning, Sam Horn will come up, and Horn will hit a double to deep left field. The ball being misplayed by Hensley Mullins as Joe Orsolak scores, RBI number 36 for Horn, and the Orioles go on top by a score of 3-0. Then the bottom of the fifth inning, Bernie Williams will come up for the New York Yankees, and he will lift a sacrifice fly into left center field. Jesse Barfield will tag up and score. For Bernie Williams, it's his first Major League RBI, and the Orioles' lead is cut to 3-1. Then the very next batter would be Pat Kelly, and Kelly will come up and hit a single into left field. This will drive home Hensley Mullins, and the Orioles' lead is cut to 3-2. The Yankees would never really get much closer in this ball game as we move now to the top of the eighth inning. Chris Hoyles will drive one to the gap in left center field. Bernie Williams will make a diving attempt, but he cannot come up with the ball as Brady Anderson will come around and score, and the Orioles extend their lead to 5-2. They go on to win this one by a score of 5-3. Jeff Ballard with the win, his record 5-9. Wade Taylor with the loss, his record drops to 4-3, and Greg Olson picks up his 17th save of the season.
Mending from his automobile accident injuries as he's on the disabled list, and on Sunday afternoon he'd watch the Phils take on his former club, the New York Mets. David Cohn on the mound for the Mets, and he would strike out the side in the bottom of the first, including Ricky Jordan to end the inning. Cohn with 8 strikeouts and 8 2/3 innings of work, as he now has struck out 113 batters. That leads the National League. The Cohn fans would have something to cheer about in the top of the third as the Mets would take the lead. Gary Templeton would deliver this run-scoring double to the left field corner. This saw Phillies starter Tommy Green, and it would score Darryl Boston as John Kruk allows the ball to get past him. And Boston scores the game's first run. A replay would show that the ball actually rolls underneath the outfield wall, but this ball is still in play, and manager Jim Fregosi goes for the explanation. Still in the top of the third, it would be Keith Miller who singles off the leg of Green, and this would score Gary Templeton, and it's 2-0 Mets. New York goes on to score 2 more runs in the third to take a 4-0 lead, and the Fanatic tries to lull the Mets to sleep, but it wouldn't work. For in the top of the fourth, Miller with a bunt single to score Darryl Boston, and the Mets on top by the count of 5-0. And then still in the top of the fourth, Kevin McReynolds with his 2-run double. This would score Miller and Dave Magadan to make it 7-0, and New York cruises on to an 8-2 victory. Its 7th straight win. Cohn, the winner, is now 8-5. Green, the loser, is 5-3. The Mets head into the All-Star break on the heels of a 7-game winning streak.
And the Montreal Expos on Sunday afternoon look to sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates heading into the All-Star break. Bottom of the first inning, Dave Martinez will field Andy Van Slyke's ball hit to the right field corner. He throws it to Delino DeShields. DeShields gets it over to Tim Wallach as Andy Van Slyke tries to go for 3, but he's denied by the nice relay work by the Expos. Top of the second inning now, Ron Hatsey will get a base hit to right field. Andres Galarraga will head to third base as Gary Varsho gets it into Jay Bell. Bell fires over to first base as they get Hatsey taking the big turn at first and catch him for the out. But he makes up for that blunder in the top of the fifth inning with a solo homer to right field off of Doug Drabeck. For Hatsey, it's his first home run with the Expos, and it gave Montreal a 1-0 lead. But the Pirates scored 3 times in the bottom of the fifth inning. Doug Drabeck helps out his cause with a base hit to center field off of Dennis Boyd. Mike LaValliere in, RBI number 1 for Drabeck, and we're tied at 1. Then Orlando Merced will hit a fly ball to left field off of Boyd. Yvonne Calderon over to get to the ball, but he drops it. Jose Lean came in to score for the Pirates, 2-1 Pittsburgh. Doug Drabeck scored on a sac fly, and that made it 3-1 after 5 as we take another look at Calderon's misplay in left field. Top of the sixth inning, Doug Drabek had his strikeout pitch going this afternoon as he strikes out Dave Martinez to end the sixth inning. For Drabek, that's his 9th strikeout in the game. Bottom of the eighth inning, Jose Gonzalez would get a base hit to center field off the wall. He's the last major league player to get a hit who was on the roster at the beginning of the year, who's 0 for 29. He spent his first 28 bats with the Dodgers. As the Pirates win 6-1, Doug Drabek, he's the winner. He's 8-1. Dennis Oilcan Boyd, the loser, he's 4-8. Stan Belinda picked up his 7th save. As the A's play the Royals, top of the first inning, Lance Blankenship loses his bat into the stands. It hit an umbrella before a fan picked it up from the ground. Second and third base, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, Warren Cromartie with a base hit to right field off of Dave Stewart. George Brett and Danny Tartable came in to score 2-0 Royals. And then Brent Main will get a base hit to right field. Cromartie will come in to score from second base. RBI number 9 for Main, and it's 3-0 Royals. Top of the third inning with the Royals leading 4-0. Harold Baines will get the first run of the game for the Oakland Athletics with a double to left field. Lance Blankenship came in to score RBI 57 for Baines, 4-1 KC. As it is a scorcher in Kansas City on Sunday afternoon. Top of the fourth inning, Mike Gallego strikes out and loses his bat into the photographer's pit. The Royals lead 6-2 through 4. Bottom of the seventh inning now with a score 6-3. Danny Tartable, who hit 3 home runs on Saturday night, connects for a solo homer off of Dave Stewart, his 20th of the year. RBI number 59 for Tartable, his 4th home run in 2 games, and that made the score 7-3 Kansas City after 7. And Tartable is certainly as hot as the weather in Kansas City, as it's now up to 103 degrees. But the Royals bullpen tries to oblige the scorching fans by cooling him down with a fire hose in the bleachers. Top of the ninth inning with the score 7-4. Terry Steinbach makes it 7-5 with a base hit that scores Canseco. But the Royals hold on to win 7-5 over Oakland. Gubazar the winner, he's 4-5. Stewart the loser, he drops to 6-5.
Wrap up their series. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Robin Ventura with a 2-run home run to dead center field. It's his 3rd home run of this series, number 7 for the season. RBIs number 35 and 36 for Ventura, as Tim Raines also scores, and the White Sox are on top by a score of 2-0. Then Warren Newsom will come up and hit a single into left field. Dan Pasqua beats the throw home. RBI number 6 for Newsom, and the White Sox lead is at 3-0. Then the top of the 6th inning with the White Sox up 3-1. Kirby Puckett comes up and hits a single into right field. Mike Pagliarulo scores, RBI number 45 for Puckett. And the White Sox lead is cut to 3-2. Then Ken Herbeck will come up and hit a sinking liner into center field. Lance Johnson will trap the ball. As Randy Bush scores, RBI number 42 for Herbeck. And the game is now up at 3 apiece. Finally, in the bottom of the 8th inning, leadoff batter Dan Pasqua will hit a solo home run to right field. Home run number 8 for Pasqua, RBI number 25. And the Sox take a 4-3 lead. That would be the final score as Ken Patterson gets the win relief, his record 3-0. Mark Guthrie with the loss, his record drops to 5-5. And Bobby Thigpen picks up his 18th save of the season.